The hidden danger in your morning routine, why the eggs you trust are quietly poisoning you. Imagine your breakfast, your comforting daily ritual, the food you rely on for strength, is secretly a time bomb waiting to go off. For years you've been told eggs are a perfect protein source, a pillar of a healthy diet. But what if we told you that for seniors over the age of 60, small, innocent mistakes made every single day can turn this nutritional powerhouse into a silent assassin, slowly eroding your health, weakening your memory, and even doubling your risk of a life-threatening heart event? This isn't a sensationalist claim, it's a terrifying, scientifically proven reality hiding in plain sight. Think of Margaret, a vibrant 68-year-old who swore by her daily eggs, boiled, fried, or scrambled. She was healthy, but the way she handled and cooked them, the tiny habits she never questioned, were introducing deadly toxins and bacteria into her body, putting her on the fast track towards severe illness. The food industry knows these secrets but relies on you making the same simple mistakes over and over. Within the shell of every egg are 7 critical dangers you must know right now, because for older adults, these errors can mean the difference between strong muscles and rapid weakness, between a sharp memory and debilitating brain fog, or even, tragically, life and death. In this urgent video, we will count down the 7 most dangerous egg mistakes, ranked from number 7 all the way to the single most destructive habit at number 1. You need to stick with us, because mistake number 4 is the hidden shocker that dramatically increases your risk of cardiovascular problems, and nearly every senior has been doing it for years without realizing the profound danger. Don't just take our word for it. All the official studies and references we've used are listed for you right in the description below. But before we dive in, let me ask you, how old are you? And how do you usually prepare your eggs? Fried, boiled, or scrambled? Drop your answer in the comments right now. We'll be reading through and jumping into the conversation. Now, let's stop the clock and start the countdown with a mistake that looks absolutely delicious on your plate, but can send you to the emergency room overnight. Mistake number 7, the runny yolk gamble. Runny, soft-boiled, or over-easy eggs are an aesthetic delight, with that rich golden yolk dripping slowly across the plate. However, this appealing presentation hides a lethal threat, particularly for anyone with a compromised or aging immune system. That beautiful gooey center is a haven for a deadly bacteria known as Salmonella enteritidis, which can infect the egg before the shell is even formed. For a young, healthy person, a mild Salmonella infection might result in a few unpleasant days of cramps or diarrhea. But in seniors, the risk is exponentially higher. It can quickly escalate to sepsis, where bacteria enter the bloodstream, leading to organ failure and, tragically, death. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, Salmonella is a major cause of hospitalizations in the US every year, and older adults consistently fall into the highest risk group. The science is stark and unforgiving. Heat is the only weapon against Salmonella. Bacteria are reliably destroyed when the egg reaches an internal temperature of 160 degrees, 71 degrees Celsius. The problem is that a runny yolk never reaches this critical point, turning every bite into a completely unnecessary gamble. Furthermore, as we age, our stomach acid, the body's natural first line of defense against foodborne pathogens, often weakens. Bacteria that would have been destroyed in your younger years can now slip through, multiplying rapidly inside the gut and leading to severe dehydration and life-threatening bloodstream infections. The common mistake many seniors make is assuming that if the egg looks clean, it must be safe. Yet, Salmonella hides silently inside the egg. It doesn't cause a smell, and it won't give any visual cue that your meal is contaminated. The solution is simple. You don't have to give up eggs, but you must commit to cooking them until the yolk is completely firm. Scrambled, hard-boiled, or fried until solid ensures the heat has done its job. If you absolutely crave a runny yolk, switch to pasteurized eggs, which are heated during processing just enough to kill the bacteria without cooking the egg. For seniors, that Instagram-worthy runny yolk is simply not worth the risk. It is a hidden danger masquerading as comfort food. Mistake number 6, The fridge contamination trap. Most people trust their refrigerator to be the ultimate shield, protecting their eggs from all external contamination. This trust is based on a shocking misconception about the very nature of an eggshell. Here is the unsettling truth. Eggshells are not solid barriers. They are incredibly porous, covered in as many as 17,000 microscopic pores. This means that strong odors, gases, and worst of all, bacteria-laden moisture from nearby foods can pass straight through the shell and contaminate the egg inside. Storing your eggs next to pungent items like chopped onions, garlic, strong cheeses, or raw fish doesn't just ruin the taste, it actively undermines the egg's safety. Research, such as a 2016 study in the Journal of Food Protection, has demonstrated that eggs stored near high-odor foods readily absorb volatile compounds and develop significantly higher bacterial counts within just a few days. For an older adult with a more vulnerable immune system, this seemingly innocent storage habit is an open invitation for foodborne illness. Beyond bacteria, this careless storage also accelerates nutrient degradation. Eggs exposed to sulfur compounds from items like garlic or onions experience a rapid breakdown of essential nutrients like vitamin A and lutein. For seniors who rely on eggs for vital eye and brain protection, this means you are receiving fewer benefits with every single breakfast. The solution is straightforward but frequently overlooked. Always keep your eggs in their original carton, which acts as a protective shield against both odors and moisture, and always store them in the coldest part of your fridge, away from the door where temperatures fluctuate wildly. For older adults, storing eggs near strong-smelling food is a hidden mistake that strips the nutrients, spoils the flavor, and quietly elevates the danger of getting severely sick. Mistake number 5, the microwave explosion risk. It seems like the perfect time-saving shortcut. You boil a batch of eggs, stash them in the fridge, and then pop one into the microwave for a quick, warm snack. This simple, seemingly benign habit, however, can transform a healthy, hard-boiled egg into a miniature, dangerous explosive. When a boiled egg is reheated in the microwave, the moisture trapped inside the yolk and the white rapidly turns into superheated steam. Because the egg is encased in a solid, non-vented structure, this steam pressure has absolutely nowhere to escape. The inevitable result, as proven by a 2017 study published in the Journal of Food Science, is that the egg can literally rupture with an explosive pop that can happen in your hand, on your plate, or terrifyingly inside your mouth. Injuries resulting from these incidents range from painful minor burns to permanent damage. For seniors who often have thinner skin and slower reaction times, even a small, unexpected burn can lead to a serious infection or lasting scarring. It's not just the explosion risk either. Microwaving also heats the egg unevenly, which can alter the proteins, making the egg white rubbery, tougher, and much harder for the body to digest. For older adults already coping with reduced stomach acid and slower digestion, this can lead to bloating, severe indigestion, and poor overall nutrient absorption. If you want a warm egg, the safer, gentler options are simple. Slice the egg and reheat it quickly on low in a pan, or place the peeled egg in a bowl of hot water for a few minutes. These methods warm the egg safely without turning it into a ticking time bomb. Mistake number 4, stripping the natural shield. This is one of the most counterintuitive and dangerous mistakes, yet it's a common habit. Washing eggs before putting them in the refrigerator. It feels logical. You rinse off any potential dirt and assume you're making them safer. The shocking truth is that washing an egg before storage actually makes it dramatically more vulnerable and dangerous. The shell, with its 17,000 pores, is covered in a delicate, invisible, natural protective coating called the bloom or cuticle. This coating is nature's perfect defense, specifically designed to seal those pores and block bacteria, like salmonella, from entering the egg. When you wash eggs, especially with warm or running tap water, that protective coating is immediately and completely stripped away. The result is that the thousands of tiny pores are now wide open, creating an express lane for bacteria and moisture to seep inside, where they can multiply silently while the eggs are stored in your fridge. A 2011 study in Poultry Science confirmed this danger, finding that improperly washed eggs were up to 10 times more likely to test positive for salmonella contamination compared to unwashed ones. For older adults, this is a serious health trap. Foodborne illness is far more difficult to fight after 60, often leading to prolonged hospitalization, a much longer recovery period, and a higher mortality rate. The safest practice is to never wash eggs until the moment right before you are about to cook them. If you are concerned about residue, gently wipe the egg with a dry cloth or paper towel right before you crack it, but never introduce water to the shell before refrigeration. Washing eggs before storage might seem like good hygiene, but it is in reality a hidden, disastrous health mistake that removes your body's first line of defense. Mistake number 3, the scratched cookware toxin. For decades, non-stick Teflon pans have been the default, convenient tool for cooking eggs. Their slick surface promises an easy, fat-free breakfast. But here is the profound and silent danger. When non-stick pans become scratched, even slightly, or are overheated, they can release toxic chemicals known as PFAS, per and polyfluoroalkyl substances, directly into your food. These are forever chemicals that do not break down in the human body and have been medically linked to severe health consequences, including liver damage, thyroid disease, immune system suppression, and even certain types of cancer. A 2020 study confirmed that scratched non-stick cookware can release billions of microplastic-like particles into a single meal. For older adults, the risk from this accumulation is even more significant because aging livers and kidneys struggle to detoxify these synthetic chemicals as efficiently as younger organs. What appears to be a quick, harmless fried egg is, for some seniors, a daily dose of toxins. Worse still, heating a scratched Teflon pan above 500 degrees Fahrenheit can release fumes that trigger Teflon flu, a condition characterized by debilitating headaches, dizziness, and flu-like symptoms. If your non-stick pan has even a single scratch, it is compromised and must be discarded immediately. The crucial and simple solution is to replace it with far safer, non-toxic alternatives, such as stainless steel, well-seasoned cast iron, or ceramic cookware. You must also never preheat an empty Teflon pan, as this is the fastest way to accelerate the release of these harmful chemicals. For seniors, cooking eggs in a scratched Teflon pan may seem convenient, but it is a silent source of toxins that can seriously damage your health with every passing meal. Mistake number 2, discarding the egg's best medicine. For years, the egg yolk was unjustly demonized as a cholesterol bomb, leading many seniors to switch religiously to only eating the egg whites. While egg whites are a great source of pure protein, this practice is a massive, silent nutritional tragedy. By throwing away the yolk, you are discarding nearly 90% of the egg's most vital nutrition. This mistake silently robs older adults of the crucial compounds needed for vision, memory, muscle maintenance, and heart health. The yolk is the medicine the body desperately needs. It is the exclusive source of vitamin D for bone health, choline for brain and memory function, and lutein and zeaxanthin, which act as internal, natural sunglasses to protect the eyes from age-related macular degeneration. A 2017 study in the Journal of Nutrition showed that seniors who consumed whole eggs had significantly higher levels of these protective compounds in their blood compared to those who only ate the whites. Choline is particularly critical, as it is the building block for the neurotransmitter that keeps memory sharp and prevents brain fog. Similarly, without lutein and zeaxanthin, seniors face a much faster rate of vision decline. The long-standing fear of cholesterol is now completely outdated. A 2018 review by the American Heart Association confirmed that for the vast majority of older adults, eating up to 1 whole egg per day is entirely safe and does not raise the risk of heart disease. The real danger lies in missing out on the yolk's powerful protective compounds. Eating only the egg white may feel like a clean, safe choice, but for seniors, it is a nutritional trap. The yolk is not the enemy. It is the essential shield your body requires for a long, healthy life. Mistake number 1, the deadliest oversight. This is the mistake most people casually shrug off, yet it carries the most devastating consequences for older adults: ignoring expired or cracked eggs. This seemingly minor kitchen oversight can trigger infections so severe they often lead to life-threatening hospitalization or worse. An egg might look harmless, even if it is a week past its date or has a tiny hairline crack. But the microscopic reality is a far darker story. The eggshell is your only effective defense, and its natural coating, the bloom, seals in freshness and aggressively blocks bacteria. The moment an egg cracks, even slightly, or sits past its date long enough for that bloom to degrade, pathogens like Salmonella and E. coli are invited in. Once inside, these contaminants multiply rapidly, turning what looks like a nutritious meal into a bacterial bomb. The CDC has estimated that Salmonella from eggs causes tens of thousands of illnesses and dozens of deaths annually in the United States, with seniors consistently making up the majority of severe, life-threatening cases. As we age, our weakened stomach acid and immune defenses make us uniquely vulnerable. What a younger adult experiences as a mild stomach bug, a senior can experience as septicemia, a full-body infection that can rapidly shut down vital organs. Expired eggs, even uncracked ones, lose their structural integrity and their proteins break down, creating an ideal breeding ground for microbes. The good news is that prevention is incredibly simple. Always check the expiration date on the carton, and when in doubt, perform the famous water float test. Place the egg in a glass of water. Fresh eggs sink flat, while expired eggs float because of gas buildup as they decay. Any cracked egg, regardless of the date, should go directly into the trash immediately. For seniors, there is absolutely no room for risk-taking here. The few cents saved are never worth the thousands in hospital bills or the risk of your life. Ignoring expired or cracked eggs may feel like a harmless shortcut, but for older adults it is, without question, the deadliest mistake of all. Your next step to a safer breakfast. And with that, we have reached the end of the countdown. You now know the 7 egg mistakes that look completely harmless but can quietly turn deadly. From runny yolks that carry salmonella, to storing eggs near strong-smelling foods that strip away their freshness, to microwaving boiled eggs that explode, washing away the egg's natural shield, cooking in scratched Teflon pans that leach toxins, tossing the yolks and starving your body of essential nutrients, and finally, the worst of all, eating cracked or expired eggs that open the door to life-threatening infection. Now, it is your turn to protect yourself and your loved ones. Which of these 7 mistakes have you been making, and which one shocked you the most? Share it in the comments below. We will be reading and replying because your experience might be the exact warning another senior needs to hear tonight. If this video truly opened your eyes to a hidden danger, do not keep this vital information to yourself. Hit the like button right now to help this message spread wider, and please share it immediately with a friend or loved one who eats eggs every single morning. Most importantly, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss our next urgent video, which is always packed with the kind of health truths no one else will dare to tell you. Your health is your ultimate independence. Guard it, respect it, and never let simple, unseen mistakes take it away. Thanks for watching, and remember to check those dates.